Hey guys, long time no see. I've been terrible at keeping up with the last few weeks of The Bachelor because I have either been sick, working on a lot of stuff, don't worry about it, or it's been the holiday. But the finale hasn't happened yet. We did do the tell all and the, what do you call it? Fantasy suites. So, the tell all happened and we saw the ladies come back. Faith, of course, was not chosen in the top two, and so we got to talk to her for a bit. It definitely broke her heart a little bit, but I feel like she's gonna be okay. Like, I feel like she's gonna get back out there, and I hope she finds someone special. I really liked Faith, honestly. I really liked her. And then we also got to talk to Joan. If you remember, Joan is the one that went home early because her daughter was having trouble after her pregnancy. She had postpartum depression, I think. So we got to talk to Joan. I feel really bad for Joan because I feel like instead of not being picked, she just had to leave, which feels sad, like, because it's going to be left with one of those what could have happened things for a long time. But hopefully she'll be okay too. But you can just sort of see it in her face during the tell-all that she was just like, I really feel like she felt like, man, I missed out, But so the tell-all, I mean, all in all, it was really cute to see all the women together again. I hope that they make this big friend group. That's what I would want. But then we did the next episode, the fantasy suites. So the first date he went on was with Leslie, and I felt like they were really connecting. I felt like they just looked comfortable, like he was there cheering her on through the rock climbing. And man, that rock climbing looked both dangerous and really fun. I'd like to try that. It was like wet. I wouldn't have imagined rock climbing like a waterfall type area because that would sound pretty dangerous, but hey, they made it. So anyway, but so he was really supportive, really there. They were talking. And then, now one thing that got me was he was like, do you have any serious questions to ask me? And she was like, when's the last time you had sex? And he was like, oh. And then he answered the question anyway. But I feel like he was looking for something a little more important. But you know what? Hey, if you guys are going to get married and that's important, that's important. But I was worried that question came off more like, not shallow, but like less serious than what he was looking for. My skin is terrible. Anyway, so then they went to the fantasy suite. Of course, we don't know if they did anything or didn't. I feel like they did, but I don't know. And they had a good night and they had a good date. And he said, I don't know when I'll see you again, but bye. And it's so awkward and sad because I know that it's just like, is that it? Like, am I gonna see him again? I want to see him again. Are we getting married next, or do I never see him again? Like, my nerves could not handle being on a show like this. Then he did his date with Teresa, and I'm gonna tell you the truth. At the beginning of the date with Teresa, I was like, this is awkward. Like, they were horseback riding, and he's like a whole bunch of feet in front of her, and I'm like, why are we not riding together? Or you should be behind her. Like with Leslie, I felt like he was protective and just there. And then, but with the horseback riding date with Teresa, I was like, do you know you're on a date? And then he's like being mad quiet. Like, he's like, I don't know what to say. It's awkward. And I'm just like, what? Like, this is not how you were acting yesterday. So I started feeling really bad. I was like, dang, he does not want to be here. Okay. And then he's like, I just feel like I don't really know her. But I'm like, then talk to her. And then he did ask her a question. This is the first time apparently he finds out what she does for work. And I think she did say something about, yeah, I've mentioned something before. He's like, oh, I didn't know. I'm like, so you just straight up are not listening to her. But then it's like he was enamored. Like, he was like, wow, I learned so much and she's kind of interesting and she's strong and she's got like this big heart and she's like determined. And I'm like, this is not the first date. What are you talking about? So, but like I said, he warmed up and then it was like everything they talked about was so great. And then they spent the night together again. Don't know what happened or didn't happen. But now he was like straight up smitten. And then he told her that he would see her soon. He told Leslie he didn't know when he'd see her again, but he told Teresa he'd see her soon. So I'm stressed. I do not understand. I don't know what's going on in his head right now. I honestly, I hate to say it, but I feel like Gary's in love with who Gary is with at the moment. And I don't even mean that in like a bad, like a player way. I mean, he's a happy guy. And these are all, a lot of them are great women. And this is why I don't do Bachelor. But I am interested. And I am ready to see the finale. But I am stressed. I don't know. I don't know what I would do if I was Gary. This is too hard. Okay, well, so the fantasy suites, I honestly feel like he slept with both of them. Which is a little awkward. Okay. All right, I gotta go. Bye.